So today I want to share with you something that really changed the way I play piano and supplement songs. It makes it so much more easier for me and much more fun to just go ahead and play some music. So I kind of figured out that on guitar you have the chords basically for every song that's there. And it's very easy to kind of play along any song once you have kind of the basic chord shapes down. And for the chords, you can just Google it. There's chords for any song out there. And just to give an example, this is Radioactive. You have, it's pretty tough to see here, but it's A minor, C, G, D, A minor. If you know how these chord progressions go and you know a little bit of the song, you can just go ahead and play it like there's nothing. And I even did that on live performances without knowing the songs before, just having the chord shapes. So for example, in this case is, and you might not recognize it directly, but if you sing to it, it's very obvious. It's like, I'm working hard, ash and dirt. I wet my brow and I sweat my words, breathing in chemical. And I found this super easy and super cool because you can just, if you have this chord shapes down on how to do an A minor, G, C, and so on, you can just basically play along any song. And you could do that on piano as well. It's a bit tougher, in my opinion. But I think even on piano, once you have it nailed down, it's much cooler if you're getting more into the complex parts of it and kind of improvise on it. So in this basic example again, I mean, it starts off with A minor, C, G, then D and A minor. What you can do is just play these chords on the piano, and they sound even better than you may think. And for this, and not going into the theory, you can just basically play the A minor, for example, which is this chord right here. So A, C, and the E. Then you have the C chord, you have the G chord, and you have the D chord. And you may have noticed I'm struggling a bit with the notes here because for me, I played in different inversions. So music theory, don't care about it. The way you can do an A minor chord is A, C, and E, or you can do E, A, C, or C, E, and A. It's just that it's the same notes, but you're just taking one of the notes and inverse it to a different position. And for me, it's just more comfortable to play in some inversions. But let me show you how it sounds like if I play this and I don't know the song at all. It's just like. So if you sing along with it, it's still great, and you can do that. The thing is that you can then kind of from that basis try to match it more to the song and the feeling of it, and then the master class is to have kind of the notes that people would be singing also in it. But let's start off with something more simple. So again, we have the chords. So nail that down first. So you know A minor, C, G, and D. And I would propose, just as a starting point, to use the shapes that I use because they're very close together and it's super easy to switch them, which makes it even easier for people that are beginners. And even if you play 20 years like I do, it's still kind of, for the lazy people, it's easier. So again, C, E, A. Which one was the C chord, right? Can do this one or this one, G chord, and a D chord. In the left hand, you have everything at play. You can do whatever you want. It's getting crazy. It really much depends on the mood. So if you have something that's very kind of calm, you can do. Just kind of like runs, or you want to go hard, you can go. that. It's always the same. So the underlying theory is very simple. As long as you play the chord, and the left hand you just play the bass note. So in this case it's the A, and then the C, G, D. So what I throw in there, and sometimes I even make mistakes there, but I don't care. Let's say, put it like that. Is just to use either the chord and play single notes of it. Sorry. Or take notes of the other chords where I know that these are right. But this is more of a feeling type. So an easy step to kind of improve from is to just use the notes and play single one of them. It's like just train that. And then one very simple GD trick is just, and I don't have the camera on there, is just to change the octaves. So if you go like, just go. So you can change the octave on the right hand, you can change it on the left hand. So to summarize that, I mean, you can play the chord shapes, you can do it in different shapes. You can do this shape, this shape, this shape. Of course, every song has different chords, so there's some variation in that as well. You can do this one on the lower, on the higher, lower, higher or lower. You can do runs, hard, whatever. There's so much things that you can do, and for some songs it works out pretty well for me. For some it doesn't, especially if there's a lot of like strange changes, like E flat or whatever. I don't know, right? But just try to get it down for like simple songs. So I hoped that you find this interesting. Again, I would just propose, give it a try. Go on your iPad or a PC or whatever, type in whatever chords of what song you like, and then just try it out and start slowly with these. I think it's a great way to get to know into these songs and get more into improvisation and get to know or get to play along songs very quickly. I'm myself a very, very bad sheet reader. So if you give me the sheets, I know which notes there are, but I can do it live. So when I get these kind of things and the training, so I'm doing this for some years now, it's very easy for me to just see it and just play along with it. So listen to the song first, then get into the chords, kind of the shapes down, and then just do it over and over again. So I've been doing this for hours and hours just to kind of then see what else I can do with it. And I think it sounds cool. It's easy to start with. You can just go ahead with it and make it even more complex as you like. So that's it for the video. So if you like that or need some more explanation, or you feel there's more tutorials that would be beneficial to you, just give me a comment, give me a like if you like the video, and cheers.